Okay. I was just finishing my can of drink, and as I pulled it down from my mouth, the bottom of the can hit the microphone, and on like the screen it sounded like something really bad happened. Like it sounded like I'd fallen asleep, like literally fallen on the floor asleep. I'm fine. I'm good. But it sounded horrible for a second. I don't see why we shouldn't get ourselves a bit more money. So we're gonna get ourselves a bit more money. Give me that dollar, give me that cash. Stop using up my energy, I don't appreciate it. I'm gonna buy it back now. Okay, yeah, I say we leave, but where do we go? Export. Oh! Is this the endgame? Oh, that's where I have to go, okay. And we'll be able to make it because we can go past the debris, so yeah, we go to the flotsam, I guess. And we get a shitload of fuel because we're gonna need it. The rig glides safely through a debris cloud, the cockpit empty apart from you and Seraphin. So, Sleeper, I've been thinking. Seraphin gives you a sly look over his shoulder. I've been thinking. I'm sick of running. I didn't exactly choose it. Maybe that was true when we first got out, sure, but I think we've been choosing it since. I mean, even if we want to keep going the way we've been, we've run out of belt. Beyond Wellspring, it's mostly rocks and emaciated scavengers, and, well, I'm a city boy at heart. But not only that, Seraphim Michirai, we've been building something here, Sleeper. The crew, the ship, he smiles. Hell, we just got this Hasnaf suite for free. He thumbs the new unit on top of his flight console. It starts to seem happy, for a change. What I'm asking is, how do you feel about taking Lane on? You want to go to war with Yutsubo? Not war, he smiles, but something else. You've seen what's happening in Wellspring, what Tala's doing, he shakes his head. Kirk is a fool, but he's onto something. Get on the inside, organize, undermine. That I can get on board with. I kinda like the sound of that. I bet you do, Seraphim smiles. He's enjoying this, apparently so. Just think about it, Sleeper. We find a way back into the dark side quietly. We make some connections. We start something running. He turns back to his console. It'll be one hell of a thing. Utsubo are ruthless. The way they run Darkside, there's got to be plenty of people fed up with them, Seraphim shrugs. And they've gotten worse under Lane, worse since they pushed the other gangs out. You smile and shake your head at how fast Seraphim can bounce back when it wants to, and as you do, you can't help but consider his plan. Look, maybe it's crazy, but we need a safe harbor either way. I've got a connection in the scatter yards. He'll tuck us away, keep us quiet from everyone. You see Seraphim has his coin in his hand, and is turning it over between his fingers as he speaks. If you want, maybe you can help us get into Darkside, but even if we don't, it's a good place to rest up and make a plan. He turns back to the controls to deal with the rapid beat from the new Hasnaf unit. The scatter yards. You've heard of them. They have a reputation as a fiercely independent set of shipyards just starward of Darkside. A hiding place right under Lane's nose. If you've got things to do elsewhere first, go ahead, but the moment we're back in the wash, Lane will be looking out for us. Seraphim turns his focus back to piloting the ship. As you watch debris flit past the ship, you turn your focus to what's ahead. Are we in the endgame now? I saw it! Seraphim comes charging into the bunks. I actually saw it! He's wild-eyed and his breath is ragged. Saw what? Seraphim takes a moment to catch his breath, suddenly aware of how frantic he sounds. He squints at you. Have you noticed how supplies have been going missing every so often when we travel? I have, yeah. Bliss made a big deal out of it. You certainly recall the mysterious mess that was left behind in supply storage. Seraphine sees the flicker of recognition in your eyes. So after it happened a couple of times, I decided to keep an eye on our supply store. Seraphine loves his voice, you know, check it from time to time. And just the cycle, I drifted down there really quiet. He leans in, and whoosh, something flew past me. He shakes his head, knocked me right into the wall. Did you get a look at it? Seraphine sighs. It didn't hang around, but it was definitely some kind of creature. Is there really a creature loose on the ship? You look around. Oh god, we're turning into fucking alien on this thing. You look around the berth, suddenly aware that something could be hiding nearby. Tucked into the vents, perhaps? An imposter? We know this thing likes supplies, right? Seraphine is also glancing around for hiding places, so we lock them down tighter. Keep it out. That way it'll get desperate. And then Seraphine raises his finger. It'll make a mistake. What are you talking about? Bliss leans in from the corridor. I can hear you all the way from the workshop. There's a creature in the ship. Bliss looks between the two of you with a raised eyebrow. A creature? Are you sure? It's something small and dark, something fast. Seraphine looks at Bliss. We're going to look at the supplies to drive it out. Bliss looks at Seraphine. If it's an animal, we don't want to make it any more scared and desperate than it already is. How about we look up the supplies but leave some out in a special place and try to base it? And then grab it, Seraphine moves acts. Seraphine, you're going a bit crazy, mate. No, Bliss looks between the two of you. We show that it has nothing to fear. We tame it. It didn't seem very tameable. Seraphine rubbed his sore ribs. Plus, we've already wasted enough supplies on this thing. You want to give it more? Seraphine turns to you. What do you think, Sleeper? You look between the two of them, still processing the strange situation you find yourself in. I'm with Bliss. I say we try and tame it. Seraphine sighs. What a waste. Alright, Bliss nods. You'll have to come down to the supply store every few cycles and put out some more food. That way it won't get desperate and do anything dangerous. And I'll lock the supplies up tight, Seraphine folds his arms. It won't get into them anymore. The plan is set. Bliss and Seraphine leave the berth, heading in separate directions. You watch them go. It seems your ship has a stowaway. The question is, how will you deal with it? It's you! A familiar voice echoes down the tunnel behind you. Femi! There's my guy. Where's your sister? Is she doing okay? You turn in the passage to see Femi towering over you. He shakes his head. This just keeps getting better. I mean, this is where I got confused because it has a very similar look and, like, style to Kirk. Like, even the same, like, haircut and beard, so I got a bit mixed up. You turn in the passage to see Femi towering over you. He shakes his head. This just keeps getting better. What's up? Take a guess, he frowns and glances over his shoulder. Remember Naya, that sister of mine you thought you'd take on a contract? Well, she's taken some inspiration from your little trip. You can see anger burning in Femi's eyes, but there's a tightness there too. He folds his arms across his broad chest. The symbol crash has been in oh, that's a great name for it. Has been repaired since we got out of Hexport, caught up in that whole mess, Femi sighs. So then, stuck here, she gets bored and decides to sign up with another crew, take a job. I said no and she went anyway. Femi glares at you. What's that got to do with me? Actually, no, but what happened at Export? No idea. There was some kind of alert, but we were already on our way out. Didn't give it much thought, then the whole place went up. Well, at least you're both safe. You know, I'm kind of happy about that. Femi looks away. Been at the scatter yards ever since. Till we came here, that is. Symbol crash can't leave right now. I'm halfway through rewiring the damn thing. Something else Naya was supposed to do. I asked around. Turns out Naya signed on with some idiots heading out to Curtis Ends. Femi says the same with a name with an emphasis you can't place. They're as green as you, meaning they have no idea what they're doing going out to a place like that. So you, Femi jabs your chest with a finger, are going to take me out there together. I'll show you the way. She knows what she's doing. Even if she does, the crew she's with sure as hell don't, Femi frowns. We're not leaving it to chance. Look, I know how these things go. I've got shits I can pay, Femi Grim says. Can't pay for the parts the symbol crash needs when no one sells them anyway. 250 cryo, Femi folds his arms across his chest, no bargaining. That's some good money. In the meantime, I'm going to try to get the symbol crash ready to make the run herself, he sighs. But the shape she's in, it's not the best idea to head out there alone. You certainly see his desperation and they see the desperation in his eyes. He would risk everything for Naya. I'll be waiting, we need to head out soon. Femi grips your shoulder. Don't test my patience. Oh, hiccups. Femi kicks off and glides back along the passage towards his ship. And don't even think about skipping out of Flossom without me, he calls back to you. Then we're really done. Femi, I thought we were buds, even though you hate me. I mean... I say we try and do one of these, and then I might stop streaming. I'm not in a crunch for this, am I? I don't think so. I say we try and find the fucking stowaway. Minor one. Seraphine is convinced the creature stowed away in the rig and is stealing supplies. He wants your help. He wants you to help him find it. Oh, I forget that, like, yeah. Good to be here, though. It's been a while. I think there's somewhere I can work where I can get money. This isn't it. Although I'm getting fuel for sure, Jesus. This should get me a bit of money. No, it gets me scrap, that's good. Oh, this is where oh, no, I don't have the right thing for it, alright. I mean, I could, but it's a massively low chance. Okay, well, let's see if we can find the fucking creature on our ship. Oh! Well, if that's not a time crunch, I should probably just take care of the Femi thing then. Yeah, we'll do that. Femi's worried about his sister Naya after he left to go to Kutazenda with the crew. He wants you to take him out there now. Okay, yeah, no, let's do that. Kutazend. Naya has signed on to the job at Kutazend, to a job at Kutazend, and Femi is worried about her. He wants you to find her and get her out before the job goes bad. Requirement: extract Naya. Payment: 250 monies. Oh, only for fuel. Let's get supplies first, really quick. No, you. Here? No? Where get supplies? Here, maybe? Okay. I don't want to go anywhere without being fully stocked, even if this won't take long. Oh, I'm force locked with Femi, okay. Well, Bliss would be the counterbalance to it, because I want to try and like get every skill done possible, so may as well take them. What the hell is happening out there? Femi is up and out of his seat the moment Seraphine brings the rig to rest near the asteroid known as Kutazend. Also, I think that's the first time we've had Femi as part of our crew. Like, to help us with any stuff. Granted, it's locked because it's the quest, but still. Kutazend, ominous abandoned mine. Holy shit, this is a dope looking area. That ominous name is one whose origin has become increasingly obvious as you approach through thick clouds of debris and chunks of rock, among which corroded remains, among which corroded remains of wrecks could have been fucking hell. Among which corroded remains of wrecks could be seen floating. Now, as you look out on the splintered and terraced rock, you can't help but feel a slowly growing sense of dread. Look, there. Femi comes close to the cockpit glass and points to the terraced quarry cut into the rock. The mine's awake. You look out and see the flickering lights, the glowing dock markers. Femi shakes his head. That's not right. Neither is that. Seraphine nods towards the asteroid, and you see his ship now tucked into the shadow of the rock, flashing its signal lights at you. I'm guessing that's the crew we're looking for. Visitors, huh? The voice wavers weak laser comes through the ship's comms. Are you a little friendly? Seraphine glances back at you, raising his eyebrows. It isn't long before you and Femi are suiting up, an agreement having been made between Seraphin and the pilot to the other ship, a man called Bad, to meet in the neutral ground of open space. Femi is silent, his anger evident in the way he forces his legs into the trousers of his suit. And then you're out, the vast shape of Cutter's end flickering with strange lights below you, and the pinpricks of the pilot's suit lights slowly coming closer ahead. Hello, Bad. I like your hat. KG Spacer, you two are a sight for sore eyes. You see a crooked grin from Bad framed in the hard lines of his ramshackle spacesuit. What brings you to the arsehole of the starboard belt? It's not the arsehole of the starboard belt, it's the matted hair around the arsehole of the starboard belt. No one's gonna get that reference, ever. His sharp eyes scan you and Femi, checking your suits and gear. We're looking for someone? Bad's eyes flick to you, and you notice a familiar reaction across his face. The acknowledgement that he recognizes you as a sleeper. You don't look like bounty hunters. Bad glances between the two of you and then smiles his crooked smile. Well, he kind of does, he nods at Femi. You brought a freelancer out here, Femi interrupts, his voice flat and direct over the comms channel. Naya, where is she? Bad pauses, considering his answer. I'll cruise down the throat of that thing. He jerks the thumb towards the asteroid. You're welcome to wait. The tone of his voice suggests the opposite. But I'll have you know, we look after our crew, so if you're here to settle a debt, I'm here to take her home, Femi cuts him off, and I'm not waiting. Thing is, big man, Bad grins, they are deep in the quarry on tip-off, so unless you want to go chasing them around the dark maze of the place, you're shit out of luck. How long have they been? Bad looks over at the flickering quarry as if he forgot it was there. He looks back to you. Few cycles, he shrugs. Enough, Femi cuts in again. Naya's been gone for a lot longer than that. You are lying to our faces. Femi moves closer to Bad, and we know that Rock has claimed more crews than any other. Bad's smile fades. No need for accusations. Who's to say you aren't trying to jump our claim? Forget this. Femi turns and heads back towards the ship. Bad smiles at you. Big man seems tetchy. He squints at the rig. He's going to get you in trouble. Bad retreats to his ship and you to yours. We need to go in. Femi is impatiently gathering tools and loading them into the airlock, right now. What's our approach? What matters is our ingress. Femi grabs a cutting torch from the rack. There's a borehole on this side of the rock. Could get us in under the radar. Or we dive right down the main shaft. Femi meets your eyes. I'll leave the call to you. Bliss arrives at the airlock and stares up at Femi's angry tool gathering. Let's keep cool heads. They glance at you. That rock looks dangerous enough, and even though you're thinking straight, Femi ignores them. Or even when you're thinking straight. You get ready to depart, well aware that you are heading into a situation that you don't quite understand. They both got really strong dice. And I'm the only helpful one here. Map borehole. With careful scans and sensor arrays, the borehole can be mapped, allowing you to plot a path into the interior. Spelunking! That's just a fun word to say. The borehole starts even-sided, but quickly bends and worms into the rock at strange angles. Navigation will be slow. Cutter's Tunnel. This dark borehole cuts deep into the body of the asteroid. Where it leads is unclear, so careful exploration is advised. Okay. I don't want to do anything to cause stress to anyone. Femi, can you double up for me, bud? Good lad, good lad. And I've got the advantage here, so I may as well use it. Okay, worked well, worked well. Alright. Central shaft. Let's see if we can do anything here. Oh, Bliss can do a couple of things. That's good. Cut a path. Rather than removing massive rocks, cutting a sheer-sided passage through might make for faster progress. Clear debris. The chunks of debris that have collapsed inward, blocking the shaft, need to be removed to gain access. Cutter's path. The central mine shaft looks to have collapsed in on itself. Entry via this route will not be simple. Well, we've been through worse. Because as I say that, stress hits. I'm sorry, Bliss. Oh, rather than starve it, every few cycles you could leave supplies out for the stowaway until it's ready to reveal itself. Stowaway's hunger. Seraphim wants to provoke the stowaway into revealing itself. If it gets hungry enough, it might just do that. I mean, I might as well take advantage of it. See if I can get two things done at once. I mean, this should be enough to seal it, maybe? I'll use my 5. Yeah. Because it switches to a 6 anyway, so it just makes more sense to use that. You felt the rumbling growing as you descended into Cutter's End, but no one has wanted to bring attention to it. Now floating in a cavernous rock-walled passage, it is impossible to ignore. There's something out there, Blizz's voice crackles over the comp. Something moving. You squint down the tunnel, beyond the limits of your suit's lights. You swear you see something flicker there, in the unseen passages beyond. There's a strangeness to the mine, to its flashing lights and empty conveyors running on some residual power. From what Femi has told you, it wasn't always like this. Cutter's End has a fearsome reputation as a dark and deadly maze, a ripped open rock not worth the trouble of its corroded salvage. Now it's a moving maze, its automated systems given a new faltering life, brought back from hundreds of cycles in the shadows, and one of those systems is rumbling through the dark ahead. Let's keep it moving, Femi passes you in the passage. We don't need to wait. Take it slow, Femi. We're too far behind, we need to catch up. Femi glides ahead, the beams of his suit lights, painting the rock walls of the cavern a pale grey. I like how it's almost a parallel to what we just went through with Seraphine as well. Trying to find his sister. Now, but like, Femi is angry because his sister disobeyed his orders and went to a crew to do a contract. Seraphine has been looking for his sister for a while. But I can't imagine that Femi and Naya reuniting will be happy, or as happy as Tal and Seraphine made me, because that was a really nice moment. Femi's lights reveal an intersection, another tunnel cutting across this one, offering 3 routes ahead. Suddenly you are blinded by a wall of light beyond the intersection. The rumble is everywhere, shaking dust and rock off the walls in dense clouds. Squinting into the light, you see a ring of lamps, and between them the grinding roar of some terrible machine. It bears down on the crew, grinding through debris. I mean, this is where I'm a bit more fortunate, I guess. Neutral outcome. I don't think I've ever got anything but neutral outcomes on that. You kick off hard and angle yourself towards the space between the machine and the other passage. You see the others following suit, pushing hard for the rapidly closing gap. You slip through in a hail of stone, the rumbling shaking your entire frame. You slam into the stone wall of the passage and cling to it as the rumbling grows, then fades, signaling the passing of the machine. You good? Femi's voice is broken up by gasps for air. You turn to see him staring into the dark, shaking his head. What the hell was that thing? Bliss's breathing matches Femi's. It tried to eat us. We need to keep going. Femi is dusting off his suit. That mining machine must be keeping Noise screwed down here. We have to get past it. Keeping them down here, or your mind drifts to the worst option. Can any crew really hope to survive all of this? When they woke up this place, they woke up that machine. Femi starts to move down the passage. It's running on old programming. It's not hunting us. It's not smart. Femi turns back to face you, his eyes ringing with fatigue and stress. We can beat it. You hope he's right. Oh! Those two routes are the same thing then, okay. Well, the tunnel complex. It's quite simple, really. Force a path, the machine rumbles away in the dark, hunting you. You can choose to fight back and push your way through. Find a safe path. The machine rumbles through the tunnels with blinding lights. Avoiding crossing its path will keep you safe. And Cutter's Maze. The dark and twisty tunnels rumble with the vibrations of active mining. This place is a death trap. Okay, we're good. We're good. And another one? Bliss. Good, 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 good. My turn now? Damn it. Okay, well, we should be fine by next cycle. I don't want to overuse them, right? So, yep. Femi's a good call here, and then I'll just finish up on the other end. Right. Be fine? Hell yeah, okay. To me, Sleeper, Femi beckons you over to a section of the cavern wall. I'm not a dog, dude. You glide over and immediately spot what he's found. There is a large passage splitting off from this one, but it is not the passage itself that is of interest. It is the remains of a barricade, freshly welded, that draws your attention. They came through here. Femi's eyes flick over the ruins. They tried to keep it out. You look at the fresh cuts in the wall, the stone gouged out, the crumpled metal bent and crushed, and most tellingly, the flattened remains of a welding torch embedded into the rock. The crew took a stand in this very place. You reach down and put a hand on the remains of the torch. Maya was here. Then you feel it, the rumble through the torch, through the rock wall. You look up at Femi and he sees it in your face. The machine is coming. Go, Femi Michirai. Get safe. He looks over his shoulder, and suddenly he's bathed in the blinding light of the machine's lamps. No, we stay together. You go to protest, but Femi kicks you in the chest, sending you spinning away out of the path of the machine. By the time you catch yourself on the cavern wall and turn, you see Femi there in the middle of the passage entrance, lit white in the lamps. He waits agonizingly long until he knows the machine is coming for him, and then he kicks off hard and glides into the dark. The machine rumbles through in a hail of rock and dust, and you follow after it, batting away chunks of stone. You are slowed by the debris, and the machine pulls out ahead, rumbling endlessly onward, through the tunnels, through rock and metal. And then it is gone. The cavern shakes, filling with dust, your vision grey. The comms click and hiss, and chunks of rock thunk off the faceplate of your helmet. And then you see them, the faint lights of Femi's hood as he struggles through the dust. We got it, Femi says as he reaches you, his hands on your shoulders. Somehow we got it. Take some time to understand what happened. As the dust clears, you find yourselves at the lip of a shaft filled with debris. This huge pit, thick with shards of rock, must have been a refuse pit for the mine, a place to pipe the tailings, the waste. The machine went straight into the shafts, spinning into the open space and debris, shredding itself against a million razor-sharp bits of rock. Looking down into the pit, your lamps illuminate a few pieces of the machine. The rest is surely down there, deep inside the dense debris cloud. It isn't long before Femi is calling you once again, this time to another still complete barricade. A barricade over the door to a machine room, sealed and secure. The lesser retreat of the crew you followed into this nightmare. Tailing pit. Search pit. The machine was smashed by the debris in the pit. Searching through the mess might yield something of value. Clear pit. Getting to the remains of the machine means clearing away some of the waste from the mine that has been fed into the pit. Cutter's Folly. One of the strange machines tumbled into this waste shaft. What might be recovered from its shattered chassis? And the machine room. Cut doorway. The door is sealed and barricaded. It'll take time to cut it open, but it'll be safer that way. Break doorway. There is no time to waste. If Naya is behind the door, then it needs to be broken open and quickly. Cutter's Rest. This sealed bay might hold the last evidence of the crew's ill-fated expedition, but what remains? I hope this is worth it. Sorry, Bliss. Okay, well, it's a good start. Oh, okay. It should give us enough time to keep it away from us. Because by the time we get out of here, right, I want to see if I can at least get the creature. Okay, we don't have any more supplies. Stress increase. Fuck. We'll be good. We'll be fine. Oh crap, my dice is gonna break as well. I did not think of that at all. Oh shit. I should have just dealt with the creature like while back on... Oh god. I'm gonna get broken dice, aren't I can fix it! Is the thing. Ah, crap. We'll be fine, we'll be good. We should be able to get this done before we have to go. Although my anxiety is spiking fucking massively now. Sorry, Femi. Okay. We're good? I hope. As the barricaded door is bent open, you are blinded once again by a wall of light. You and Femi raise your hands instinctively, squinting into the lamps and dust. You feel a flash of fear in the pit of your stomach, bracing yourself for what's to come. Femi? The voice comes crisp and clear over the local comms. What are you doing here? Naya, hello again, Naya, it's good to see you again, drifts out of the lights in an old dust-caked suit. She looks between the two of you with a blank expression, blinking rapidly. Femi stares at her, frozen for a moment, then rushes to her, wrapping her in a wide embrace. They float there, in the light and dust, two bodies bound together. Naya pulls back. I don't understand, you followed me out here? She looks over at you and then back to Femi. How did you find me? You left without telling me. What did you expect? Femi glares at her. You aren't ready for this. Naya retreats further at Femi's words, slipping out of his reach. Femi, Naya shakes her head. After all these years, you have no idea what I'm ready for. Movement in the lights catches your eye, and you see motion through the dust. A figure in a suit drifts out, hunched and clutching their abdomen. You turn to face Naya, and you see her lips moving as they speak on a private channel. You look over to Femi, but he's staring straight ahead, his eyes wide with anger. Oop. Oh, okay, there was just a bit of a pause for some reason. So yeah, what I thought it was because, like, I accidentally, like, tilted my controller up and I thought, like, my microphone had slipped out. And I didn't even notice. Or, like, it slipped just enough that you couldn't pick up my, my talkings. But, yeah, no, it was just a bit of delay. You, he points at the finger. The finger? Yeah, sure, the figure. What kind of idiot are you, dragging my sister out here to this place, with that machine running riot? He moves towards the figure. Speak up, what were you thinking? Naya blocks his path forwards, getting between Femi and the figure. Femi, you meathead, she glares at her brother. This is my job, I brought them here. Femi for once falls silent. It takes a while to make the return trip back up through Cutter's End, especially when Naya's into crewmate. As you ascend, Naya tells you the story of the job, Femi keeping his distance and leading the way in silence. The mining machine you'd faced was what she'd been looking to extract, a job she and Baird had put together after meeting in the narrow escape. He knew a way to jumpstart the mine, and the access that would open up meant new salvage. One of those pre-class boring machines was worth major cry to any mining outfit in the belt, and Baird had a contact who was ready to buy. It was going well until Hirata here, Naya nods at the crumpled-looking crewmate, hooked the mining machine up to the main line. Something went in its automation core and it lost its shit. Parents go to bed. I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick. Then I'm gonna come in and shut the door so people can hear me. No, it shouldn't be long. The plan was to barricade it and put together a shock trap to fry the core. Naya looks ahead at the back of Femi's suit far up ahead in the tunnel. Far ahead up the tunnel. But that's worthless now that my brother shredded the thing. Sorry about that. Don't be. If it hadn't worked, we'd have been ground up in fine powder. Naya sighs. But lucky you came. As you move through the facility, you notice most of it is dark now. The power from Bear's jumpstart fading away to nothing. Soon this place will be a quiet room once more. You ascend up through the quarry and out into open space, where Baird is waiting. Friend of yours? Baird shakes his head at Naya. Maybe you could warn me they'd be coming. Not something I knew. She looks at Femi, who has broken off from the group and is heading for the rig. Maybe, my brother doesn't tend to give anyone a warning. I'll take them from here. Baird puts an arm around Hirata to guide them back to the ship. Look, mate, Baird turns to you. No odd feelings. Thanks for getting them out, even if you did screw the job while you were at it. He grins a crooked grin. I guess that makes it square. Baird glides away towards the ship. Its ship. I should ride back with them, but I'll see you in Flotsam. Naya gives you a warm smile. Thanks for helping my brother. I know he appreciates you, whatever he does or doesn't say. You watch her go, then glide up to the rig as the last flickering lights of Cutta's end fade. Sleeper, you got a moment? Eugen finds you in your berth. I have news about the Aphelion. Eugen has a seriousness you rarely see etched into the hard lines of his face. You remember the ship he's talking about, the Aphelion Path, last surviving interstellar fraction ship in the Hellion system. Sorry, Hellion. Hellion of Hellion, I don't know, if his stories are to be believed. I've been putting out some feelers for that little lost ship and something came back. He glances around as if the information might leak to some unwanted source. I've been working with a contact of mine, a signal chaser working out of the Hollow. He's got some promising data. He followed the trails from the hidden wreck we found, calculated the possible vectors. If this thing is still in the Hellion system, it's in the shoals. He folds his arms across his broad chest, watching your reaction. Do you trust the signal chaser? Sucks under breath. As much as I trust anyone, I haven't told him exactly what we're tracking. I haven't told him exactly what we were tracking, just gave him the signature. There's a chance he hasn't figured it out, but the problem is the signal chaser's gone quiet. Been thing for a few cycles now. Eugen shakes his head. Maybe he got wise to the value of what he found, but I doubt it. Maybe he just took a holiday. Eugen grins at his own joke. I reckon we pay a visit to the Hollow, turn up my go-to contact to see how viable the data looks. It looks good, we go and get the chip. It doesn't? He shrugs. No harm, no foul. What about Vesna? What about her? Eugen shrugs. Maybe she's involved. I doubt it. But he holds up a finger. Could she come sniffing around after the fact, when a whiff of the data gets out? He sighs. That's what she does. That's all I've got, Eugen winks. Keep it between us, alright? We'll let the others know when we hit the Hollow. But remember what's at stake here, Sleeper. An interstellar ship, a ticket out of Hellion. Pass you hard on the shoulder. It'll be worth it. With that, Eugen drifts out of the bunks whistling. Sleeper! You hear Bliss's voice hiss as you pass through the rig's central corridor. You have to come see this. You follow their voice and find them floating outside the supply store looking in. Bliss holds a finger to their lips and nods inside. Quietly. She's eating. Behold, the terrifying creature. Oh god. I was expecting some, like, alien sort of, like, dog or something. It's just a cat. It's just a little void boy. With a brace on its arm, no less. Sorry, I'm assuming it's gendered, but this is what we were scared of. It looks so cute. You look inside and see a cat floating just inside, batting at a food pouch. The stray barely acknowledges yours and Bliss's presence, instead angles its body to catch the droplets of liquid that are released from the transparent packet. Looks like we found our stowaway, Bliss smiles at you. Hey there, girl, Bliss whispers. Oh, it's a girl cat, sorry. I apologize for assuming the cat's gender. Bliss whispers at the stray, beckoning. They hold up their hands so the cat can see them. Not here to take those Russians away, alright? You both watch as the stray suddenly kicks away, twisting balletically through the air and gliding past you both out of the supply store. It catches one of the corridor's ribs, swinging itself to the wall, where it perches and watches Bliss with big eyes. The comfort of his movement to zero-G is striking, and you realize you have never seen an animal navigate in microgravity before. I mean, to be fair, I don't even think we saw a animal in the first game. So, I'm kind of surprised that they can just exist here. Like, an actual animal, not a weird dog thing. From when Lovecraft is on a, on a bit of lemsip after a cold. You hear a sound and turn to find Seraphim arriving from the direction of the engine room. He stops dead in his tracks against the wall, staring at the stray. What the hell is that? Seraphim hisses his question at you both. It's a cat. What's a cat? Seraphim says the word strangely. Careful there, Bliss holds up a hand to Seraphim. Don't scare her. Okay, so I was just saying, like, maybe, yeah, I was just saying about, like, we didn't even come across any animals in the first game. And Seraphim's just like, wait, what the fuck is that? So that's a cat? Seraphim is watching the stray carefully, either fascinated or scared. It's hard to tell. I thought it would be bigger. You've never seen a cat before? Where would I have seen a cat? Seraphine looks at you. Come to think of it, where have you seen a cat? In my heart. Rest in peace, hero. The question makes you pause. Where have you seen a cat? Oh, the game is making this a big deal. Not in the bells, not in zero-G. You close your eyes and bring to mind the faint image of a cat stretching in the sun. Somewhere warm, somewhere with weight, with gravity. You touch the fur of its back and it reacts, sliding against your hand. Careful! Seraphine's hissed warning brings you back. Bliss is reaching out to the stray. Shh, you'll scare her! Bliss makes a touching sound. We had cats back on the eye, but they were in spin gravity there. I mean, to be fair, I didn't work with Bliss long enough on the eye to know that. But, like, I played the first game long enough. Right? I don't remember seeing a single animal. Stray's big eyes watch Bliss's hand as it approaches. When they touch the top of her head, the stray does not move, does not react. Look at her leg. Bliss nods the sleeve on the cat. She's been hurt before and taken care of. She's really scared. When you see the cat is gently trembling with Bliss's touch, but slowly she settles and angles her head for Bliss to scratch her ear. Oh, kitty! The moment brings back the mysterious memory. What is its origin? Focusing on it makes your skin tremble, a shiver running up your arms. It's been breaking into our supplies. Seraphine has his arms folded and is looking at Bliss. Now we've caught it, we should let it out. No! Look at her, she's not going to do that again. Bliss's eyes meet the stray's. You're not going to do that as long as we feed you, right? That may be true, but we can't risk it happening again. What if we'd been on a contract? We were! It's what made our supplies run out so quick. Seraphine gives Bliss a reproachful look. We can't keep it. Bliss shakes their head. She's a stray, she needs a home. Right, Sleeper? Bliss looks at you. Yeah, no, we're keeping the cat. Bliss smiles widely, unable to contain their excitement. You won't regret it, they look at Seraphine. Plus the rig is already full of strays as it is. Hey. I guess it is, Seraphine concedes. You have to feed her though, Sleeper. She's your responsibility, he eyes the stray. I never thought a cat would eat so much. Sorry, could eat so much. You would be surprised. Like as someone who used to own a cat for 18 years, they can pack away the fucking food. And he was always like really surprisingly well built too. Always looked young even as he got into his older years. I miss my boy. Seraphine's right. Looks like you'll need to keep feeding the stray every few cycles if you want to stick around. This is gonna be expensive. Trust me, cats are worth it. They are. Seraphine reaches out sheepishly towards the stray. As he does, the cat pats playfully at his hand and he pulls it away. If you say so, he sighs. I'm not really used to animals. You watch as Bliss tries to get Seraphine to pet the stray properly, guiding his hand to its ears for a scratch and explaining how to approach her. That's kind of adorable. As you do, the memory of that other cat runs through your mind. It feels like a raw wound, one that, if you touch it, will only bring pain. But you can't help but pick at it, knowing that it might contain some distant part of you. New achievement, interspecies solidarity. Made a home for a stowaway. You got a cat. When you arrive back in Flotsam, Femi rushes out the ship. The moment the docking tunnel is connected, he's off out of the airlock and down the passage. Well, go after him then, Seraphine sighs, not looking up from his diagnostics. Don't you have a cat to pet? You find Femi in the passage between the docks, watching as Naya glides towards him. You catch a glimpse of Naya's face over his shoulder. She looks nervous, slowing her approach as she comes close to Femi, his considerable frame blocking the tunnel. Hero was 18, yeah. Like, he was around that age, because I do think I got him when... It was 2006 when we got him, I think. And he wasn't even my cat. I don't know if I told you this. But, like, he wasn't even my cat initially, it was my dad's cat. But he kept, like, coming to me, and my parents basically asked me, alright, are you going to look after him then? And I was like, I will, and they said, you have to be responsible, and I was. You know, it was just one bad thing happened, and he's not around anymore. It's a crazy thing that's been a year and a half. It's going to be 2 years pretty soon as well. Man. I don't think I said this to you, right? And I would normally say this in, like, Facebook messages and stuff. But, like, like, in the week leading to his death, it is really fucking rough, thank you, but In the week leading to his death, I had a doctor's appointment, like, it was booked, like, the week before, right, the Wednesday before. I think I was supposed to go in on, like, the Monday following, right? So, I think we got it booked on the Wednesday, and we are going to go in on the Monday the next week. But what we didn't expect was my cat to die on that Saturday. And Monday comes around, my mom takes the day off work so that she can, you know, go with me on the bus to take me to the doctor. I don't remember for what. And, you know, I've showered, I've eaten, I've gone to the toilet, I'm all ready to go, I'm dressed up, I'm ready to go. And my mom asked me one more time if I'm okay with going, and I instantly break the fuck down. Like, I was sad the morning that he died, but, like, it all just fucking hit. Like, I'm crying now, even saying it. Jesus Christ. But it hit me like a fucking wrecking ball right to the chest. I broke down instantly. My mom instantly cancelled the appointment. And... fuck, man. I wish I could hug you as well. Because I'm feeling really emotional suddenly. But yeah, my mom instantly cancelled the appointment because, like... yeah, I was not gonna be able to fucking make it. Fuck, sorry, I'm just, like, thinking about it. I miss him so fucking much. Fuck. Oh, God. As if this game hasn't made me feel emotional enough already, it's literally got me fucking crying. I'm sorry, baby, don't be sorry, it's not your fault. You know, you weren't the idiot not looking where he was going when he was driving, ran over my cat. You know, you're not that guy. I'm gonna be honest, like, the morning that happened, that might legit go down in history as one of the worst days of my life. I don't know. I don't think he did, because what happened was... I remember it was quite early that morning. And... I did what I always do when it comes to my cat, you know, let him in, let him out, because he has, like, a box that a neighbor gave us. He had, like, a box with some, like, cardboard blanketing in it that he would sleep in and stay in. And it actually helped with, like, rainy weather as well, because he could put the box over himself so he would be protected. I've had a cat and I need to stay until she passed and found the owner. It's insane that people don't care. Yeah, so what happened was... I saw someone walk to my door, because I was the only one up at the time. I don't think my mom was awake yet. Or... no, I think my parents were at work, like, that morning. I think they had a weekend where they had to work. And, I saw someone approaching my door and then turn away. And they had a black bag in their hand, and I started fearing for the worst, so... I left the puppies in the living room, and put on my shoes. I was in pajamas at the time. So I put on my shoes and just walked out to this guy with the bag. And I asked him what happened and what was in the bag. He said, like, it was a cat. And I asked if I could look at it, and he said yes. And I saw, sure enough, I felt my cat's still warm, like, freshly dead body in there. So I asked him what happened, and he said that someone was, like, driving really quick up the road and didn't stop and just ran over my cat. And it is, like, as you've just said, it is completely insane that people don't care. But props to the person for, like, telling me what happened, and not just that, but, like, giving my cat, like a burial, like, burying him somewhere. Like, that was really nice of that person to do that. But yeah, like, Hero was old anyway. But for him to have just died so quickly like that, so suddenly as well. I've got his, like, so the month after it happened, my mom got, like, I don't know the site she went on, but she went to a website where they had, like, some custom made things that have memories of Hero on them. And I've got this key ring that I haven't put in my own house keys yet. I've been meaning to, like, since it happened, just haven't. And I've got this cushion with him on it as well, which I'll show you pictures of both later when I get time. But the cushion says, and actually you can see the image just by looking at my Facebook cover picture, because that's what it is. It's that. But it's on this cushion, and it's double-sided with the same thing, and it says, "When you miss me, have no fear. Hug this pillow and know I'm here." And the amount of times I've hugged this pillow since then, I could count on all my fingers and toes and have, like 100 times over, and still have nothing to spare from him. Like, I've got it in my arms. I've got the pillow in my arms right now. No, I would give anything to have him on my lap right now. I miss him so much. Fuck, man. Oh, God. I really need a hug right now. I'm gonna get some tissue from my nose because I'm really stiff, but fuck. I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna get some. I'm back. Okay. I'm gonna try and see this last bit through. Then I think I'm gonna stop for the night, because I think that would be helpful. Femi, now starts. Femi holds up a hand to quiet her. I'm sorry. His voice is flat, quieter than usual. I'm the one who's sorry. I made the excuse to myself that I was trying to protect you. Femi looks down. But I was trying to control you. I've been suffocating you. He meets Naya's eye. I see that now, that it took something like this for me to see it is on me. Femi's voice cracks and the tunnel suddenly feels small, intimate. He folds his arms, regaining his composure. I understand it. Shut up, you idiot. Naya violently embraces her brother, backing him into the metal wall. She laughs, wiping her eyes. Femi sniffs. It's going around this, isn't it? First, Seraphim reuniting with Tala. And me with my cat now, Naya and Femi. I'm crying so fucking much right now. I've had enough of your speeches, Naya smiles. Apology accepted. It's not a speech. Femi can't help but take his typical self-serious tone with Naya, but you see it makes her smile. I have something I need to say. You're a powerful person, and I've been trying to curb that because it scares me. And it scares me a little, it scares you. You laughed an uncharacteristically light laugh. But I'll stop placing those limits on you. In fact, I want you to have the chip. Femi seems pleased that this stuns Naya into silence. I can make my own way, find work with Cruz. He glances over his shoulder at you. Perhaps Sleeper will take me on. I would love to have you, man. Sincerely. Maybe Naya as well. But I need some time away from leading, from captaincy. While you need anything but... He puts hand on his shoulder. The symbol crushes yours. Naya sighs. Femi, you really need to listen to me. You really need to listen more. I don't want your ship, Deserter, to be pleased with this shock. You're right, I am a powerful person, but Kutazad showed me I'm not ready to lead. I wanted to learn more to work with the crew, but preferably not one I'm related to. She punches him on the shoulder playfully. Naya looks over Femi's shoulder at you. I was actually thinking Sleeper's crew might be the right fit. She flashes you a smile. You certainly feel the attention at the moment shifted to you and your apparent role in this family drama. Naya puts her hands on her hips. Well, Sleeper, what do you think? Man, I would love to take both. I think I'll take Naya. I like Femi, but I think Naya... I think Femi would appreciate me for just, like, looking over her, making sure she's okay. Even though, like, he was chastising himself for having that same mentality about it. I would take both happily if I could, but I'm gonna take Naya. Naya knows. I'm honored, really. I know I'll learn a lot from you. Femi turns in the corridor to face you, his face set in an intimidating glare. You better take good care of her. I will. He smiles, but you can't help but take him seriously. How about we find somewhere to celebrate? Naya pushes Femi towards you down the corridor. Come on. Later on, you find yourself in a narrow escape in a quiet corner with Femi. You see his eyes are on Naya, who is at the bar trying to get the attention of the server. What's the secret? Femi turns to you. How do you stop it weighing you down? Your crew, your connections, all those people that rely on you? Femi frowns. How do you bear the weight? I don't carry it alone. Femi nods. I have to get better at that. Asking for help. He looks down at the table, smiling. He takes a long sip through the straw of his container, the last track of something amber and potent disappearing as he does. He looks up at you. She's gone, isn't she? You look over at the bar and can't see Naya amongst the crowd. You turn to Femi, confused. She never was good with goodbyes, he smiles. You'll be waiting at his ship, don't worry. He sets down his drink. Time I left too. He squeezes your shoulder. I've got things to work on. Look after yourself, Sleeper. He pushes himself away from the corner and drifts out of the bar. You watch him go, one more body passing through the belt, trying to find a way to change the future. New crew member as well, probably the last one we'll get. But I'm definitely going to call it there. Oh boy. God, this game is making me feel so many fucking things. Fuck. Okay, that, yeah, I don't have much else to say, really. I mean, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll probably see me very soon, hopefully in a bit of a happy mood. I mean, I am happy, but, like, you know... Yeah. Because I'm really enjoying this game. And it's nice to play a game, let alone let's play a game that just makes you feel anything. Like, even parts before this, you know, like, recording sessions of batches of footage before this, yeah, people will know have been, like, quite stressed and quite happy. I don't think a Let's Play has ever made me cry before. So I think this might be the first one that's done that. But I'll see you soon for more of this, and yeah, as always, thank you for watching, you're awesome, and take care of yourself for the rest of the year. I'll probably see you before the holidays. But if you have a good Christmas or whatever you celebrate. And have a pleasant rest of 2025.